everybody. Hold on, I'll just turn that one down. Hope you're all good. I'm gonna play a bit more Broken Sword today. Where is it? Should show up on the screen any minute. There it is. Oh, I'm absolutely fucking knackered. I didn't get to bed until like God knows what time this morning. Got too busy playing Fortnite last night, but it was a good laugh. But hope you're all good. Right, where was I? We've just left the pub. I think I've got to go over here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right, I'm pretty sure this goat attacks us. Go down there, let's have a look at that. He looks evil, doesn't he? Thank you for the reactions, guys. I don't know who
the rope
sent
by which
them,
the goat
but
was tethered
thank you.
had become tangled on the old plowshare.
Morning. Hope you're good. Okay, I'm not... Oh, that was easy. Okay. Hope you're all having a good weekend so far as well. I got this on Steam. They've got all 5 of them. I think I paid £10 for all 5, but I'm not sure if that's on anymore. Possibly. What is this?
The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
Pick it up. There should be some marks on the floor. Ah, oh, nice. Okay, I see what I got to do.
Upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
Oh, nice. Right, okay, so look at this.
I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes in the wall. Nothing happened.
1 sec. Okay, right, I was just double checking my sound. Yeah, it's actually a really good.
I tried in vain to move the panel.
A really good game. Challenging at times, but
As
yeah,
I
it's well worth the play.
fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kindergarten.
I apologise for any weird sounds you can hear in the background. I've got my washing machine on.
I reached into the sack, but it was empty.
But it's empty?
The sack contained a... I reached into the sack, but it was empty.
Thank you. I hope you're doing good too. What have we got? We've got a flashlight, a gem. Okay, is there anything else apart from that? What can we do? It says that it's empty.
I reached into the sack. The sack contained a fine white powder.
Yeah, but it's saying that it contains a fine white powder, but yeah, it's empty. Oh. Okay. Right, okay, right. Let's go there. I think I might have got it. Put the powder in there, but I think I'm going to have to go back to the pub and get something.
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled.
Right, we can't do anything with that because I haven't got any liquid to make it into plaster. So right, we'll go back to the pub. And we'll speak to everyone here as well.
Hey, McGuire.
What?
Do you know what this white powder is?
No.
We've already asked them about
See you later,
all of
kid.
them.
Okay.
Let's go in the pub and speak to these guys. No, maybe not. Okay. What could I use?
The faucet creaked.
Okay, so what have I got? That, maybe? No. That. Knew that towel was going to come in handy for something. Okay, now right.
I held the towel under the faucet.
Thank you for the
and
like,
soaked it with
Connie.
water.
Hope you're good. Turn the tap off.
I shut.
Alright, let's go. And then I can squeeze the towel into the plaster of Paris. Yes, nice. Okay, and then I should be able to use that in the wall because I can't lift
The
up that
trickle of
statue.
water was quickly absorbed by the plaster. I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand.
What are you all doing
Underneath,
on this fine
it had
Sunday
formed a perfect
afternoon?
copy
Well, it's
of the
afternoon
statue.
here. I'm not sure whether it's morning or evening for you guys. But I hope you're having a good day anyway. It was raining here this morning, but it's
The
just gone
hardened
really
plaster
nice.
cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
Oh, do I want to go through this door? I'm not even sure if I want to. Oh god. I keep getting like a twinge in my ribs. They're still really sore from where I was coughing last week. Oh, that's creepy. Come on, Fason. Oh, back with Nico. God. Right, she's got an answer phone message.
I had messages waiting to be played.
You have 3 messages.
Hey, Collard, it's me, your favorite editor. Guess what? I'm gonna give you a second chance.
Oh, is it?
I need somebody to write the TV
It was raining all day yesterday. I'm
It's
down the
lousy,
southwest.
So what's new? If you're interested, drop
But
by
it was
the office.
pissing it down
In fact,
yesterday
drop by the office anyway.
and this morning, but
We
now
have
it's
to
really
talk.
sunny, so hopefully
That
the weather's
story of
making
yours
its
I
way up
spiked.
to you.
It won't go away. You've made some dangerous enemies out there.
Hey, Nico, it's your old pal. I mean, your new pal, George. Whoa, Ireland. It's a whole different country. And I got some amazing news for you. Gem of a story, in fact. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, fella here's got a drink lined up for me. See you tomorrow, Nico. Slonsha. Yep, only here for a day and I'm speaking the lingo like a local.
Mademoiselle Coulard, this is Imelda Carchon. I wanted to thank you for being so understanding when... Come to lunch, why don't you? Tomorrow. I might have more news.
So that's the
There's a
wife
Monsieur Merlon
of
coming
the
to see me
guy
this
that
evening.
died in the
He
beginning
says
of the
he knows my
game.
Pierre was murdered. In fact, he'll be here shortly. I shall let you know what he says. Goodbye, dear girl. Till tomorrow.
Oh, I don't think that's good.
Oh my God. Merlin's the killer. I better get over there and warn her now. When it came to being two-faced, Imelda was up there with the best. I owed her nothing, but I couldn't just let her die.
Hey.
I arrived to find the Palais Royal courtyard deserted. I only hoped that I'd beaten the assassin here. I had to warn Imelda before it was too late.
We're going up there.
Fixed tight, presumably to stop. That broken window looked like the best way in. Fixed tight.
We'll climb up there,
people
then.
say, what's the point of modern art? I said,
Wait. Okay. I get it. Thank you for the like. Hope you're good. Do you know what? I've played this game before, but I do not remember doing this bit.
I released, even with both wires removed, the statue...
Yes, because we got to push it.
If I could deconstruct this, I could deconstruct anything.
Come on. There we go. Thank you for the light, Chaos. I hope you're having a good day.
The plastic sheet was thick and strong. I'd need more than my hands to tear it.
Okay, what have we got? The hair grip?
No.
No. That shells come in handy. That shotgun shells come in handy for loads of things. Okay.
My God, I'm too late.
Oh no.
Imelda. Oh no. Nico? Don't worry, you're going to be all right.
You know that isn't true.
It was Merlin, wasn't it?
Dressed as a cavalier.
Dressed as a cavalier?
Absurd.
What?
You came to warn me, didn't you?
I must be crazy.
Let me see you, Nico.
All this time you were just using me. Which one is the real Imelda?
You are an extraordinary girl. Thierry would have been so proud of you.
You didn't know my father.
So like him. Something about the eyes. I wish we'd had time to get to know each other.
She was gone. She cheated me,
Ooh,
lied to
okay.
me, used me. But why?
I reckon that's her mum.
Even in death, Imelda looked the same. Beautiful, inscrutable. The Ice Queen alone in her ice palace. I opened it.
Ooh, it's a key.
Inside was a tiny gold key. I took the key. I had to leave. I knew I could.
Someone gonna be here, isn't there? Still here. No? Oh, that's right then. Whew. The keys for the box. No way. Things are starting to piece together.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
I'm just replying to a message. Wait a second. Oh dear. Where's that key? That one.
I took out the key. I couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box. I dreaded what I was going to find inside.
She was there. She was there as well.
It was a photograph of Imelda. But why here? In my father's box? I felt as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Carchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered.
Hey.
And there, next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own father.
Yeah, but it doesn't look very
There was
happy
a
in that
letter.
picture.
I feared there was even worse to come.
Oh,
Hotel
God.
St. George, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You need not fear. Pierre and the organization do not know who you're really working for, or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No, they'll just give you a funny job in an embassy somewhere. I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda. Suddenly everything made sense. My father had been working undercover for the government. He was one of the good guys after all.
Ah, that's really sweet. That little story.
He and Imelda must have fallen in love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. It had broken her heart, but she had never revealed it to anyone. I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing, he'd had good reason to keep it secret.
We're gonna find out.
I would respect that and tell nobody.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, the next morning.
I knew it was George. For a moment I was tempted to pretend that I was out, or ask him to go away and come back later. But then... Come in.
Hello, George. So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead.
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
Without a trace.
Thank you for the
But
like,
my
Fozzie.
business
Hope you're
wasn't
good.
complete.
I was just replying to you.
Pigram's gem?
The Templars gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out.
Yeah,
who,
but I swear
what,
this
or
time
where
last year it was
Montfaucon was.
fucking
All I've got to go
boiling,
by is
like
the name
heat
and
wave
a
weather.
picture of a hanged man.
One second. Thank you for the like. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, that's alright. I just did it. I know, I'm trying to keep myself awake. I'm waiting for my washing so I can put it out on the line while it's sunny. Hopefully you guys will have this weather soon.
Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
Nah, my daughter decided to get
Why
fuck
is it
knows what
men
all
never
over the
find it
sofa
for us?
through,
What's
so
your
I've had to
problem,
wash it.
sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
I know.
You never know when useless
To be honest,
junk
they should
might
do it
come in
like
handy.
3 days of rain, 3 days of sun, and a day where it's just overcast. That would be good. We've already asked her about
Do you
that.
want to
I've
look
got
after the
ask
gem?
No, George. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
her. What am I supposed to be at?
Let's take another look at the
I
manuscript.
think I've got to do this. Which one? That one.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Look there.
But the reflection has a night through.
What are
Right.
your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged
Oh, that's
man.
weird, because we had like, it was just pissing it down last night. I didn't hear what he said.
No. No.
Okay.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobinor at the Kroon Museum.
Yeah.
And why don't
I
you
thought
see
it was like
photos of
15 years
everything?
ago I played
Okay.
this, but it was more
Anything
like
else I can do for you
17,
while I'm
nearly
out?
18.
Shopping, a trip to the
Makes me feel
laundromat.
really old when you say it like
Just
that.
take care of yourself.
Remember, it's when like we first started getting internet and stuff that this come out.
I so much wanted to talk to George about everything that had happened, but I knew I never could. My father's connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist
Nice.
it. Before long, he would be the villain and Carchon would be the hero. I know how they do that. I'm a journalist.
Yeah, I just want to get my washing out on the line. I fucking hate using the tumble dryer. Takes so much electric. Where are we going? Go back to the cafe and see what's here. Nothing. Okay. Let's go to the... I know where we gotta go. We gotta go to the museum. Yeah, I was trying so hard today not to play Fortnite, because I'll probably play maybe a bit of Fortnite later, but I need to do this Last of Us like final scene. Don't want to, but the final scene on The Last of Us is just horrible.
No. No. Okay.
Red Dead, another Red Dead would be amazing.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
I don't know about Witcher. I'm still stuck on that.
Do you know anything about the night?
No, sir.
The sign
On
on the
that bit with
tripod
the
says
spider. I'm gonna
found
try
in
and
a
get Fro to
Templar
help me later
preceptory.
on when he
It
gets
does?
there.
Yeah.
See if we can get
It
past
doesn't
it.
mention John D at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a
I'm like that as well. Whenever a game comes out. Apart from, I did refrain from buying Dead Island 2. As much as I really wanted to play it, I'm willing to wait this time. I think it's because I had to do the car, so obviously I had to pay out for car parts and stuff.
So he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know?
Yeah, I seen that. I watched a couple of them that he's done. Usually when I come off my stream, he's usually on his.
At your age?
To be fair, right, I don't think a lot of people that I usually
you
watch
give
have
me
actually been
further
streaming
information about the
lately.
tripod?
Like,
Certainly, monsieur.
I haven't hardly seen
infamous.
anybody apart
The
from,
tripod
like, you guys.
That belonged to John D.
Blitz I see quite a bit of. But, like, hardly any of the people that I follow are showing up, even though I've got them as favourites.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
D was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
There we go. I had to go out of my thing on my phone and go back into my video to refresh my chat.
I found this gem at a medieval site in Ireland.
That means nothing to me, monsieur.
How did you manage to get this job?
I had the
It looks like my Knoxbot's working again.
a military
Wasn't working yesterday.
wicked shoes, and an irrational hatred of children.
Nah, definitely not. Why does it keep saying hey? Right, okay. Hold on. 1 second. What have I got set that keyboard to? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, and I think it's because you've put It's picked up the hey bit of they. That's so random. I'm gonna have to go back and change that. I've been like proper sitting down and going through all of my not
Thanks
spot.
for your help.
I'm actually thinking of paying for the next thingy up. I can't think of what it is. What is it? I don't know, but you get like, you can add more stuff to it. So I'm thinking of doing that at some point. Because I've got loads of keywords and stuff that I would like to add. I can't remember what to do on this bit. Bit frustrating.
Leave it alone.
Okay.
Closet?
I need him to go somewhere. Maybe when he's here? Quick, quick, George, get in the fucking casket. There we go. Done it.
This is ridiculous. I could be here for hours.
Yeah, it's more the commands. I'm not really too worried about the sounds. I will add sounds. Why did he jump back out? Go do that. Go do that. No.
This is ridiculous. I could be here for hours.
Oh, motherfucker. Ah, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Right, I've obviously got to do that one. Ah, you know what? Well, come outside. Anything around here? No? Okay.
The totem pole looked distinctly out of place in the setting of the museum.
I might have to actually fucking Google this. I don't know. I'm not going to Google it just yet. Not yet. Right. What have I got? Actually, won't let me use the hint.
Watch out! You'll have that done on top of it.
Okay. That's because I wasn't supposed to go there just yet. That's why. What's that? post the police. Is where I was actually supposed to go. Oh, the inspector's not there.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Maybe not. Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic, in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
I've just seen your comment.
but
I hope
why
you have
the
a good
mole?
day.
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's
Thank you for
lawns.
popping in.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
Okay.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-line Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip. Now, that's unusual. Pre-war
Ooh,
Anderson
he
hinging.
knew quite a bit about that.
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare, then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
See you later, Sergeant.
Use the phone a second. No, is it not going to let me? It crashed.
The matchbook bore a pattern of...
Ah, the hospital. Okay.
I felt a little guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
Okay.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department?
Thank you for the like. Hope you're having a good day.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
Thank you for the like, Undine. Hope you're good.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Thank you.
Besides, Marquet's employers have paid
Yeah, I'm not too bad. A little bit tired from last night, but getting on through.
Could you tell me
Hope
who
you have a good
Marquet's
day as
employers
well.
are?
Certainly not.
Does this white powder mean anything to you?
No, sir. I do not pretend to know the pharmacist's job.
little bit arrogant,
Do you
this
recognize
doctor.
the man in this photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay.
Do you recognize this red nose, sir?
Oh, I made it till
No,
like 1 o'clock.
I do not.
I woke up
This
at about
is
8,
a hospital.
but I'm just trying to get through the day now.
Surface ring. We minister to the sick in body, not the sick in mind.
What do you make of
let's
this
ask
tissue,
him about
sir?
that.
If I were you, I'd have this sample analyzed.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamat?
No, sir, I have not.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Look at this, Doc. It's a genuine medieval type gemstone.
Yes, so I see. Remarkable.
I have to take this gem to Marquet. He might be able to explain its significance.
My dear chap, Marquet has other things on his mind right now.
So we're gonna have to
Like
find a
what?
way of getting in.
His catheter, for one.
Is he
Thanks
really
for
in
your
that
help.
bad of a condition? Right, let's speak to the receptionist.
Excuse me,
Yes, sir?
is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Ooh, she sounds
The
American.
plants. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Yeah, same here.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes.
I've
Are
got
you
my
related
son
to our
coming home
client, sir?
today anyway, so I'm hoping I'm gonna have a bit of a
Yeah, I'm his,
bit of a
long-lost
backup with the
brother.
other
A brother
children.
half his age with a different
Give me
name
some
and
time
an
to
American
myself,
accent.
hopefully.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not. So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a
Okay.
man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children.
Theodore the Bear.
Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I
Yeah.
was stuck on my back with tubes in every
Well, I've
orifice,
decided
he's
to
the
stream
last
this.
person I'd want
This
to
is
see.
my time. But I'd rather do this than...
Has Marquet had
Anything
a visit
else?
from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not.
I want to try and finish this
Can you
game by
describe them?
A
end of
thin
next
guy
week,
who
hopefully.
looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
What can we ask her? That one.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
What does this false nose remind you of?
Oh, it's a clown's nose.
Oh no.
Have you heard of the Club Alamat?
No. It sounds romantic, doesn't it?
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought
Have
him
you
in
got
here.
Netflix
Now,
or
let me
anything?
see.
Because if you have, you should be
He
able
was
to
on Ward
download film.
B12, as I recall. Oh,
And then you can
he's
watch
being
it
transferred
offline.
to- Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's Nurse Grendel's ward.
Who's Nurse Grendel?
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She
Yeah, I
sounds like a
don't
real
blame you.
nightmare.
It's been like it,
And
but yeah, I've
then
had to
some.
borrow money off my nan so I can pay for the car to go through the MOT.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate
It's
it?
gone through
She's
now,
like
but
part of the furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture.
still got
This
a whole
woman was
year now
jealous,
of trying to
with
find
a
the money
big
to
green
fix
capital J.
what needs to be fixed on it for the next one.
How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
It's just
Down
so
the
shit.
corridor on the left. Turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the Executive Coffee Lounge. Bear left past the Administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Talk to him quickly, see if he knows anything about Nurse Brendel. No, okay.
Thanks for your...
That one?
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the
Yeah,
hellish
definitely.
noise
They
which
put my rent
echoed
up by
through the
£50
corridors.
a month.
It was
and
an
it's
industrial polishing machine
crippling.
with an odd-looking guy in tow.
That's why I'm trying to get my washing done today. Get it out on the line while it's nice weather. And then I don't have to use my tumble dryer because that rinses me, that does. Okay, let's try this.
The connector in the socket. The connector in the socket supplied electricity to the pump.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Can we unplug it and then maybe...
As I tugged the plug out of...
Mr. Shiny, what's
I
wrong,
really
pal?
need to fix my knock spot. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, it's because I've got contains keyword on. I need to do it as exact. Like, Fozzie put they earlier in a sentence and it only picked up the hey part of it. So it said hello to him. But I've just been testing it out a little bit here and there. Who do I talk to? No, I didn't want to go down there. Right. Guy?
Excuse me, sir.
Aha! Just the man. You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about.
A washing machine is about to take off.
Bernie, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him? He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Okay. Talk to him. Oh, I wanted to talk to him. Right, let's talk to her a second. See what...
Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Yes, sir?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay, we don't need to speak to her.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Yes, sir?
So what's your name, kid?
Benoit. They call me Bunny.
Bunny? Jeez, and you don't mind?
Oh, I've gotten used to it.
Okay, Benoit.
Have a good time.
Anything you say, sir.
I'm sure I'll see you again soon.
Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much
Yeah,
about
nice
any
chilled
of
one this afternoon.
I've never met a doctor who had
Well, that's why I like playing these games, because it's just a mouse. That's all I've got to do.
The hang of things.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
Shut up, Benoit.
Okay, sir.
Do you know what this white powder is?
No, sir.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
Nope.
I've never
No
seen
one
him
recognises the man in that photograph. They never do.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
He's got a really weird voice.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Is that a nasal discharge, sir?
No, it's grease paint. Have you ever heard of the Club Alamet?
No, sir.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Merlin?
No, sir.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Not me, sir.
Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Talk to this guy.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
Right.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the quarters?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Okay.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you? I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind me back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
Sorry, I'm just literally... Right, there we go.
Are you having trouble with Mr. Shiny?
Mr.
Yes,
Shiny.
I am. I don't know what's got into him today. He keeps pulling his plug.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Do you recognize the man?
Who is it?
That's what I'm asking you.
How should I know?
Okay.
Take a look at the photo.
Yeah.
Now.
No.
Take a look at this red nose.
Are you a policeman?
No, this is a clown's nose, not a policeman's. What does this tissue suggest to you?
You have a cold. What you need is vitamin C.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
Hopefully he does.
You should never ever play with matches.
I know that, but...
People get hurt when they do. They end up in hospital, like the burger lady. She was so burned up, they didn't know whether to use bandages or onions.
Nice.
Do you recognize this pass?
No, I don't. Should I?
No, but I...
No, sir.
What do you think?
Oh, what is it?
A priceless gemstone, found in a medieval cave. Get me into Marquet's ward?
I don't word Jory.
If this gem was yours...
Don't be silly. There's only one Mr. Shiny.
See you later.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
You'll need this, Doctor.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good.
I don't like clowns.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Okay.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
He's gonna...
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Do you recognize this tissue?
No, I don't. It looks like a chronic health risk to me.
Well, I've been carrying it around for days and I'm okay. Does this mean anything to you?
The Club Alamut? I've never heard of it.
Do you know Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No, I don't.
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Look into his blood pressure, shall we? Might as well.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it. What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he?
Yes,
that
he is.
Room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient?
Okay.
You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, Doctor.
A cold-blooded... Do you recognize this red nose?
Doesn't that belong to Boissy?
No. I found it in a sewer.
He's a clown, you know. You wouldn't think so to look at him now.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
I'm not really a nightclub man, Doctor.
Have you heard of a guy called Merlin?
No, Doctor.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job. Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
No.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, Doc.
Do you know what this is?
It looks like...
Do you know what this...
I'd rather not.
I'll come back later. Hey, Benoit!
Yes, sir?
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something. Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Talk to this lovely lady again.
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Hello.
Oh, hi! No whistling, right?
Right.
Nope, can't ask him.
See you later.
Else.
Yeah!
We'll go out to the front. See if the receptionist knows of anything.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Yes, sir?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Nope, okay, we'll try talking to this guy.
Excuse me, sir.
No, no one seems to know anything.
Thanks for your help. Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
Shake my hand, Benoit.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
I do.
What does this tool...
Isn't that used to snap the patient's ribs when exploring the abdomen?
Very creative.
Do you still have that...
Ah, yes. What do you...
Keep it safe until I...
Okay.
Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
How do we get into this room?
Hey! I asked you not to...
I know, but I'm curious.
Oh, no!
Okay.
Try again, shall we?
The connector in the socket supplied electricity to... The connect...
Okay, okay. What else? Right. Can I go over here? Have a look.
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money, isn't it?
I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
Never.
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
Do you still have that gauge I...
Ah, yes.
Use it on Eric's...
Okay.
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
Bonjour, doctor.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
Hey, Sienna.
This
Nah,
was
that's
a
okay.
tatty old bear.
How was the bear acting
No
suspiciously?
problem at all. It was good. Good
He
fun.
was wearing a
I couldn't
umbrella.
stay too much longer
That against the
after.
law.
I was just
No, but
absolutely
it's pretty
knackered.
weird for a bear.
Have you heard of a guy called...
He's in quarantine, doc.
Marquet is just...
I wouldn't go in. He has anthrax.
He has anthrax. Oh, God.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Ask him a few
No,
questions.
I've never seen him before.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamet?
No. It sounds Middle Eastern.
Yeah, not too bad. I got really sore ribs today.
Do you recognize
But
this
just having a
red
chilled
nose?
stream while the
Don't
little one's
get
in bed.
cute with me.
Just got my washing on in the background. In case you hear any,
What does this tissue suggest to you?
It looks as if it has
sounds
been
like
used
an aeroplane
to
going
wipe
off.
Satan's bottom.
I hate to say it, but you could be right.
Trying to get that out on the line while it's nice and sunny.
Are you Thomas Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No.
Then you will... Catch you later, off.
Au revoir, Doc.
Right. Oh, shit. He's in real bad shape.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lahmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassin.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grandmaster quickly.
The
Tell
Grandmaster.
that I have found the tripod right here in Paris.
You have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of.
Thank you for the like. Hope you're having a good day.
A couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them as for Klausner. He is gone
He is not in good shape at all, this guy.
on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the...
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
Thank you very much.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter! The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's him.
Hello,
gone.
Georges.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Marquet is
Yeah,
now
he
dead.
talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window. Have you ever heard of the Hashi Ashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the
Morning,
first
hope you're
In fact,
good.
Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves. I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rosso or Sergeant Moo? Oh, but you're
Thank you for the
referring to London.
like.
I'll let you work it out.
Right, we've done the hospital. We've done that one. Let's go back to the museum. I really want to get this done, but I don't know how. Ah, okay. Come on here now.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
Andre
good.
Lobino?
Just a bit tired, but
That's me. You want my
just waiting
autograph?
for my washing
No,
to get done,
I
really.
was told
Hang it
you
out on
may
the
be
line.
able to help me. Help? My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay, shoot.
Do you recognize this white powder, Andre?
No.
That's simple,
Does
isn't
the
it?
guy in this
Nope.
photograph look familiar to you?
No.
Take a look at this nose, Lobino.
It really doesn't interest me, Georgie.
Hey, Sienna.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm
Ooh,
not
okay,
too
we're getting
hot
somewhere
on
now.
modern geography, I'm afraid.
That's
the most
okay.
recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
The amount of times I have to go back and edit all of what I've been writing because I've wrote things wrong.
What do you make of this ID card?
Nothing.
No. Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That
Nice.
explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Lochmarn? That's where Pegram was digging.
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived.
Oh god, there's loads to ask him.
Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language.
Morning,
Assassini.
hope you're good.
The assassins.
Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July.
Thank you for the like.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochmarn tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you...
Before the supposed event, as
I heard them planning the...
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Yep, just
Because
loan
I've
that
never
tripod
seen it
to
again.
me.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point. How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a...
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today.
I'd like your opinion on a...
Vraiment?
No, it's too fragile. There are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get the...
Intriguing,
There isn't much. Only a few Latin phrases. I was kind...
Without seeing the manuscript...
Just tell me one thing. What is the image?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that.
Can you tell me...
I sure can. Soldiers, diplomats, the greatest...
Jeez. How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information on...
Glad to be...
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to them. They were required to swear a sacred oath of... So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights...
Who knows? So little... Oh, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
Okay.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so. You're not one of those crazies who think the Templars still exist, are you?
Well... The manuscript is being looked after by...
In Paris?
Yeah. Not...
Well, just give me...
I'm not so sure. Maybe I should check...
A female?
Yeah, she's a woman. This friend who has the manuscript?
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
She lives at 3...
I know it. I'll drop by.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Now we can hide in here.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight! What the... Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
What? Oh.
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor Georges.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
Good old Nico.
You mean it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod. Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that. He made a sketch of the Knight's Crest to take back to the museum. I believe his identity...
I sure hope so.
Okay.
I'd better get back to the quest.
Right, we're gonna go back to the museum. I think I'm gonna love you and leave you all right there for this afternoon. There you go, on my backup. Oh, we're like halfway through the game, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you there for the afternoon, but I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. And I'll be back later with hopefully the final part of The Last of Us. Yeah, tune in for that. Yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you all later. Bye.